I knew you'd come.
You a soothsayer?
It matters little who I am. Your escape, I made it possible. Previously, Yennefer, you found her thanks to me, so you feel you owe me.
Memento you gave me. Pretty effective reminder.
That is its purpose. Incidentally, I find it quite funny how even the most rotten scoundrels have this inner compunction to repay debts of gratitude. Humans, elves,
Turn motion blur
dwarves,
off.
all races.
Yeah.
You really must explain that to me one day. As for the here and now, tell me, how'd you manage with your theories?
You appeared out of nowhere, disappeared just as mysteriously, summoned a storm. Let me guess. You're a mage.
Oh, please, no. I cannot stand spells. Childish hocus pocus. It's just not interesting. What I find fascinating are true tales, true human lives, like the one I shall tell you now. It's about a man, worse than most. A vulgar, despicable man with a heart of stone. A man who refuses to pay his debts.
Really think this'll interest me? Any reason why?
He's wronged you as well. His name is Olgierd von Everec.
Did you sign up for the SOT Beta Coons? Oh, I haven't signed up for the Sea of Thieves. Thanks, Eric. I will definitely do that because I really want to play that game. Are you going to do it as well? Because I probably need people to play it with. I don't think you can play it on your own, can you? Sign up for it as well, Eric, and then we can play it together. 400 steps. I lie 1 minute by horse. 10 motion. I'll try to get back soon if I can. What, Fontaine? What, you off? You going somewhere? Missed that.
How do you know we'd met, and that I'm not exactly thrilled with him now?
Please, Geralt. I knew the Ophiri had captured you. Was I not to know how this had come to pass? Olgierd von Everec did willfully and maliciously conspire to cause you to kill a man who might have been cured. Had I not intervened, you would have lost your head for this. Do you know why he did it? Because he's a degenerate monster in human flesh who feeds on the pain and suffering of others.
Well, you clearly don't like him. What did he do to you?
He and I made a pact. A pact under which I called on my many talents and associates to give him what he desired. And now the time's come to pay. Yet, he shirks his obligation.
Need me to collect a debt? I'm not some hired muscle.
Muscle is not what this requires. It needs a soul intelligent and clever. An individual who fears no dare. Someone like you.
Pure flattery, that.
Of course it is. After all, I am a traveling merchant. But make no mistake, I've many interesting wares on offer.
Wares like?
Surfeit. Abundance for the body and soul. You will lack neither food nor drink. As a witcher, you might desire weapons supreme. I can offer you those you dreamt of. Your body, agile as never before. Your mind, faster than lightning. Romantic prowess to charm all womankind. But above all, I offer a great and true adventure. An experience like no other. The fate of only the chosen few.
Sure sounds generous. And all that for my help with one small matter. Won't want anything else from me?
Just one. Honesty.
What did you do for Olgierd? Break him out of a cell too?
In some sense, yes. I remember that day quite well. It was a light drizzle, yet the cold tore right through you. Olgierd appeared at the break of dawn, gaunt as a rail, his shirt moth-eaten, seemed to have naught but the sword at his side. It quite pained me to look at him. He asked for help, and help I gave. Made him a rich man, successful, esteemed. He is who he is today, thanks only to me. And yet afterwards, he turned his back, shunned me, sends me off when I dare ask for payment. Even sicked his hounds on me once. He's thus left me no option but to invoke the terms of our pact. And that is where you come in.
How much does he owe you?
Gentlemen don't discuss coin.
Need to know the details if you want me to get my hands dirty. How much? 1,000,000 crowns? 2 million?
I'm no usurer to lend coin for interest. No. What Olgierd owes me is far more personal than shiny things that clink. As much as I regret it, I can say no more. I must respect his privacy.
He owes me his soul.
Know what? This business, it's between you two. Rather not get involved.
Before you decide, please hear me out. You shall see Olgierd as a vile man. Or, as they say in the West, a real son of a whore.
What about you? Call yourself a man of many talents? Can't you take care of this?
Therein lies the catch. Our pact states that before I can collect my due, I must yet fulfill 3 wishes for Von Everec. But I cannot fulfill them myself directly, making use instead of a... how shall I put it? A proxy.
Mm-hmm. So what you need's a sucker.
What I need is an ally. And something tells me I shall find none better than you.
What do you expect me to do?
To start with, join me in paying Von Everec a visit. Then, well, then we shall improvise. I believe, however, that all will end well. And once it does, we 3 shall meet and thank one another for the voyage we shared.
Right. Specifics now. Thought Olgierd had 3 wishes, requests, whatever.
He does. He may ask 3 things of us, yet we won't know what they are until we see him.
Shall I help him or shall I not help him? What happens if I don't? Does that mean that I've wasted my money on a DLC? I won't ever get to play it. That means that my £10 has gone down the drain. I bought the DLC but refused to take on the mission out of principle. I won't be able to access it because you have to be a part of their program before the start of the year, or you have to pre-order buy the game for a oh, okay, same. Oh right. But yeah, it's Stealth Ninja because you're Xbox as well, aren't you? That's cool. Got some Xbox players. I don't know if I joined their program. I might have, you know. I might have. I'm not sure. I have to check. If I haven't got a code, then maybe I haven't. Don't trust him. Well, should I not help him then? Haven't you already I haven't pre-ordered it yet, no.
Sorry, have to find yourself someone else. I'm not about to help you.
Don't be so hasty to decide. Olgierd von Everec is a truly base and vile man. Go to him. See for yourself.
Just what do you think I'll see?
All you need to. Things that will make you change your mind. I guarantee it. Besides which, help me in this, and I shall rid you of that unsavory mark. Not to mention all the other rewards that could be yours.
I don't like that mark. I'm in. I'm in.
No.
Let's get that mark away.
I shall join you later.
Don't like it. Don't try.
Well, look who's here. The Witcher with the fists of steel. What's new? Got a growth on your platter there. You catch some kind of a fiery pox?
Could say so. Manor's burning. You noticed?
That? All right. You know how it is. Feast drags on with plenty of dancing, merrymaking, rough
It
play.
looked better what it was.
We
Really?
got a bit carried away, truth be
Upper
told.
left seems more
See.
awkward. Okay.
Where's Olgierd?
Damned if I know. Must be
I
somewhere.
put it bottom
hereabouts.
right, but
No, please.
the chat's there. I can
beg
move
you.
the chat.
Shut your trap.
I can move the
Let
chat.
me go. Leave me
I can put it here,
Shut it.
I ain't with yous.
and I can just move the chat.
With yous. Fought beside yous. And you kill me now? I'm one of yous.
You might have been, but not no more you ain't.
What's he guilty of?
What the fuck's it to you? Not your concern, mate.
Whoa. Nerves a little raw? Why?
You deaf! Get the fuck out of here, freak!
All I want is to know what exactly is going on here.
Well, you're not gonna know. Sod off.
I'll leave as soon as you tell me.
Aren't you a thorny prick up the arse? Ataman said to kill him!
Got your answer. Happy? Now piss off. We've work to do.
Wait. I know Olgierd wants him dead. Still don't know why, though.
Just what the fuck is it to you, anyhow?
Nothing really. Just curious.
Cocksucker violated our chivalric code. Just one penalty for that. Death.
What is this row? Are you not done with it? My ears wither from the screams. Ah, Geralt. As you've returned, might I assume you've cleared the sewers? Or have you not been there?
You killed my father!
I thought he was the main character.
Not I.
You lie! Whoreson!
That man killed him. Alone. Unbeknownst to me. Out of fury, for your father refused us hospitality. For this willful violation of the chivalry code, he was summarily executed himself. Anything else I might do for you? Take her away.
I'm expecting him to fall over. I was expecting him to fall over.
Now, where were we?
Uh-oh.
Really necessary, that whole show?
No vampires.
Ah, show. Come now. A man must display some madness from time to time. Helps him feel alive. Dare say you know what I mean. Judging by the mark on your face.
Know what this is?
I cannot be certain, but I've my suspicions. That's a dangerous man you've chosen to deal with, Witcher.
You're immortal?
Depends on your understanding of the term. Indeed, I cannot be killed. But it's not at all what folk imagine. Not dying does not mean eternally living your life to the full.
So it's a curse?
A curse? No, wouldn't call it that. I'll put it this way. You must be careful what you wish for, lest your wish be granted. For there are consequences.
Not sure I follow.
You know very little can hurt you. So you take wild risks. Chase extreme sensations. There comes a point you've done it all. It all seems boring and monotonous. The trick's to plough through that moment. Go further. Reach beyond what's known as possible.
killed the beast in the sewers.
Congratulations are in
I
order.
love the way he just gets down to money.
Your reward. You're also welcome to take what you wish from the manor house. If anything's left uncharred, that is. Was it a tough fight?
I sliced its gut open, and it turned into a man. You know that would happen?
Of course he did. He'd never have dragged you into this elsewise.
Go on to your own.
He's back.
Come to cast aspersions.
No. I've come to collect a debt.
You know you first must...
Grant you 3 requests, by proxy. I present to you my champion, Geralt of Rivia.
So he must have given him the immortality. So that guy's made him immortal, I think. You could have saved him, King, so I could have saved that guy, but I didn't know much about him, so I didn't really want to get involved with that. I thought I'd just keep out of it.
Not so fast. Haven't agreed to anything yet.
But you'll do it. Of that I'm certain. Did you know Olgierd was the one to turn the Ophiri prince into a toad? Did he not mention that bit? Well then, allow me to tell it. Quite the gripping story. Olgierd once loved a beautiful maiden named Iris. Yet, her parents chose to offer her hand to the crown prince of Ophir. Olgierd grew to hate the poor sot. At first, he wished to kill him. Then decided this would be too simple. So, instead, he condemned the prince to a base life in a toad's bloated corpus. Yet he grew bored of watching him suffer and decided to end it. By your hand.
Remind me, O.D. Who was to fulfill my last 3 requests?
My assistant, Geralt.
Then be gone. I don't wish to look at your face any longer than I must. Come.
Where to?
The stables. My men are preparing to depart.
So he's come to collect from this guy, and what he's come to collect is his life. Am I right? He's come to collect his life. But he says, before you take my life, I'm allowed 3 requests. And that's what Geralt's going to do, his 3 last requests, I'm guessing. Fill me in, guys, if I'm wrong.
Could have told me the truth about the toad. Having a bit of fun at my expense.
I simply wanted the beast dead. I could not know you would respond to the notice. Pure coincidence. Yeah, I must admit, when you, a witcher, answered the call, I thought it right. It's what you lot are trained to do.
Might have been able to lift the curse.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Then again, why bother?
He was a human being.
That bloody Ethereal mutt was no human. His kind does not deserve to live.
You've got to really listen in this game, haven't you? Because it's quite a complex story.
What he said about the prince, that true? You turn him into a toad?
Perhaps. Or perhaps the Ephiri Dauphin ate something that disagreed with him. You never know with their cuisine.
Never heard of food that turns men into monsters.
Then perhaps it was something he drank. I cast the curse. Revenge for a deep disappointment. I was another man then. Let rage get the better of me and hollered the words without ever thinking they could possibly come true.
So he took the words lightly. Turned the prince into a toad.
This thing between you and Master Mirror. Your quarrel. Really rather not get involved.
You already are, I fear. He did something for you. Now you've a debt to repay. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, then you'll not free yourself of him until you've paid it back. But never worry. I shall devise tasks so impossible you will never complete them. Not if you go mad trying. But try your best, and your debt shall be absolved, while I shall live in peace until Master Mirror finds another aide-de-camp.
Oh, interesting. If you choose to save him, you'd have to fight the immortal guy. Ogod. They have a pact. Before the Master Mirror can collect... Oh, so that guy who's come to collect, he's called the Master Mirror. Before the Master Mirror can collect his debt, 3 wishes have to be done with Geralt. Yeah, I get that, but I'm just wondering what his debt is. What he's come to collect. Like, what is it? Is it his life? I feel like it's maybe his life. Something like that. I don't know. Because he said he's not interested in coins.
Guess I gotta pop the question directly. What do I need to do for you?
Let me think. We're currently without a roof over our heads. Perhaps we should start with that. Bring me the house of Maximilian Borsodi.
His house?
So surprised. But why? I must live somewhere, mustn't I? What's the meaning of this? Second leave of your senses? You mean to mount a filthy horse? Out of my sight, wretch! Know what Vladimir would do to you if he saw?
Aye.
Vladimir.
My brother. There were times he himself stank like foot wrappings 3 days old. But his mount always looked fit for a parade. Oh, none rivaled Vladimir at feasting, carousing. Sadly, he's been celebrating less of late. You must find him and show him the time of his life. My second request.
Fine, seems easy enough. And the third?
Complete those 2. Then, we shall speak of the third.
No spoilers. I'm not going to tell you, Kings, okay? Haha. Gotta live with the consequences, mate. Yeah, definitely. Definitely gotta live with those consequences.
Any hints? Where I should go? How I might start?
You must be mad. I've no intention to make things easier for you.
Once I'm done with those 2, where will I find you?
I cannot know, as my band has planned some diversions. But let us say at the Alchemy Inn, in Oxenfurt.
Fine. See you there.
Interesting story. Very interesting. But I've got to get him a house.
The brother shouldn't be too hard. But the house? How am I supposed to bring him a house?
Actually, the opposite. I wouldn't worry about the house. The brother will be the tough bit.
You waited for me. Nice of you.
I could hardly abandon my proxy to the whims of fate.
Thought I have to fulfill Olgierd's wishes myself.
So states the contract. Yet, nowhere does it forbid me from providing help. And something tells me you'll need quite a bit to complete the first 2 tasks.
Borsodi's house. No idea how I'm supposed to bring him that.
The only Borsodi I know of around here runs an auction house in Oxenfurt.
Heard of it. My swords almost got auctioned off there once. Auction was held in Novigrad, though it was a while past.
They must have relocated. You just might get an opportunity to ask them why.
Fine, I'll go there. Then what?
How should I know? Perhaps you'll get inspired once you're there. Oh, and take plenty of coin. Have a feeling it could come in handy.
Hello, Eggs. Welcome. How are you today? You haven't missed much.
Olgierd's brother. Why do you think he'll be tough?
I'm afraid he's dead. Has been for years.
Never agreed to necromancy.
Necromancy is hardly your only option for reviving a soul. An old-fashioned ritual of blood summoning. That's what you need.
That's like choosing between pestilence and the plague. Besides, I need the blood of the summoned.
Blood. True. Of the summoned, not necessarily. Here.
Where do you get this?
Geralt, aren't you the curious one? Assume it to be von Everett blood and get on with it.
Where'll I find this Vladimir?
Geralt, I cannot do everything for you. Use your head. The von Evericks are well known in these parts. You must have met someone who's heard of the family. The charming redhead, for instance. The medic. You know the one.
I don't trust this guy at all. I think this guy set us up. I think that he saw to it that we took on that contract with the Toad, and he saw to it that we got caught, and so that he could basically help us, pull us in to make the pact. So now we have to do all these things for him. I think he's setting us up so that he can get that, so that he can collect off the guy. But I don't know, maybe there's going to be more to it, I don't know. At the moment I'm thinking he's just set us up because he wanted us to be his proxy. But he might have something else against us, I don't know. Because I'm thinking that his goal is just to collect off of the guy.
Guess it's
I don't trust him though.
Work.
A bit more enthusiasm, Witcher. You know, you just might enjoy yourself.
Yay, can't wait. Say I need help. Where'll I find
I have to go, Kings. I'll be back in an hour. Okay. Have a good hour. Where are you going?
Good luck, Geralt.
Don't finish till I'm back. No, I won't. I'll probably still be on in an hour. Sickness here. Yeah, they're going to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
I've tested the slime samples. I believe I'll be able to brew an antidote.
Good. A pox in an army can prove more ravaging than even their fiercest foe. Your service will be recognized.
How? Will I get a toad-shaped medal?
The army's not got any medal like that.
Geralt? Are you alright? What's that on your face?
Long story.
We're conducting important business. Yous can catch up later.
Yes. Right. I'll get to work on the antidote. Shouldn't take long.
Tasty number, that medic. Not like a scholar at all.
Interesting. Curious to know, what do scholars look like to your mind?
Well, all that reading's hard on the eyes, right? So they wear spectacles.
Oh, aye. Thick ones, propped on wrinkled noses, and their clothing frumpy at best.
Who've they got to dress up for? The books?
Fascinating, really. But if I were you, I'd make sure no medic ever overhears you.
Huh? Why's that?
Because when you get caught in a battle, she might just refuse to stitch you back up.
You're a lucky bastard, Witcher. We've seen her making eyes at you. Not like she looks at us. Isn't that right? Admit it. You fancy it too, eh?
That mark, Eric, on his face means that I've made a pact with the mirror. What was he called? The mirror guy? What did they call him? Master Mirror. It means I made a pact with the Master Mirror. Because when I was basically after I killed the toad, do you remember I got captured by the guards who said you've killed our prince, and they put me on a ship, and I was trapped in the ship and I was bound to be hung. And that guy come in, the master mirror come in and said to me, I can help you if you want to accept my help, and then I want something from you. And I said okay. So he did that to my face, put that on my face, and then he helped me, and then a storm come and wrecked the ship. So maybe he was the one that caused the storm. But either way, I'm in the pack with him now, so it's like a sign, I guess. Is it like the pack's initials? Yeah, could be. Just a mark so that people know I'm aligned with him or something. I don't know. Now, they haven't talked too much about it yet, but just know that's the sign.
Sorry, none of your business.
Come on. There's some kind of secret? You embarrassed? She's quite fetching, and you're, well, none too handsome, but a witcher. Lasses like your type. Come now, fess up. You fancy her or not?
It'd take a blind man to shrug and turn away.
Too true. Meantime, you witches have got especially sharp senses.
Here's the medicine. It's a strong solution, so careful with the dosage. Each patient gets exactly 2 drops after meals, 3 times a day. At the most, in 3-4 days, the infection should recede.
Yes, Stealth Ninja, I think I have downloaded the free content.
In Redania's glorious name.
Serving the Redanian cause now?
I serve individuals. I treat them. That they're Redanians is coincidental. I'd help Nilfgaardians as well were I in a position to. Kedwenis, Edirnian, elves, dwarves, halflings, the same. Come on, Geralt. You know me.
Aside from the incident in the sewers, we last saw each other. Must have been in Vizima.
Yes. Yes. When it was ravaged by the Catriona.
Feels like a century ago. Where have you been? What have you been doing since?
Well, I left Vizima and returned to Oxenfurt, proceeded to finish my doctorate, and then opened a practice. Shortly thereafter, war broke out, and I was press-ganged into the Redanian Medical Corps.
Yeah, classic Radovid.
Can't complain, really. I've lived at home since the fighting subsided.
Did you download
Resumed
the
my
extra free
practice
content that's on this
simply
game?
treat the
Yeah.
ill.
Did I
Though
say that,
must
Stealth
always
Ninja?
be
Yeah,
ready
I've downloaded it.
for
Thanks,
any
Eric.
time the Redanians might knock with some painfully urgent assignment.
Shani, I need your help this time.
I'd guess this wasn't a social call. All right. Tell me what you need. Is it at all related to that mark on your face? And you must tell me what happened in the sewers.
Where do I start? All right. Monster in the sewers turned out to be a giant toad. And this toad was actually a prince, an Ophiri one at that.
And I'm a Kaviri Duchess.
It's the truth, uncolored, I swear. When I killed the toad, some Ophiri soldiers led by a mage showed up, captured me. Man named Gontaro Dim freed me.
Who's this?
Could be a mage, a demon, or a djinn.
You don't know?
He's very powerful. That's all I need to know. He helped me out of a bind, and now he expects me to fulfill some nobleman's wishes in return. First one's to summon the ghost of his brother and show him the time of his life.
Amuse a ghost? How do you intend to do that?
Not my chief concern at the moment. Gotta find his grave and summon him first, then we'll see.
But that's necromancy. It's extraordinarily risky and involves higher magic.
Odin told me how to do it. No sorceress or necromancy involved. Gave me this concoction that summons ghosts. I'll need a censer too.
Well, that can be arranged. They keep one in a storehouse at the academy. I can fetch it for you.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. But I still don't like this.
She's quite cool, isn't she? I quite like her.
Neither do I, but I don't really have any options. Gotta summon that ghost.
I understand. Whose ghost is it?
Olgierd von Everek's brother.
Von Everett? In my 3rd year at Oxenfoot, we had to choose an elective. My options were Pearls of Wisdom from the Hierarchs, or famous Redanian dynasties. I chose the latter. Here it is. Von Igrid, von Estiken, von Everek. It says Olgierd had a brother named Vladimir. He lies in the family crypt near their manor.
Thanks. Knew I could count on you. I'm off.
The crypt's described as quite a work of art. I'd love to see it. Why don't I bring the censer? We can meet at the entrance.
Actually, this is your first appearance tonight, isn't it, Fontaine?
What side is that?
How do I put this? Your romantic side? Used to seeing you surrounded by bandages and medicine vials, often covered in blood.
Well, that's because you usually come round while I'm at work. Off duty now. Waiting for you, weaving a garland for the wedding.
Oh.
A wedding? Whose?
A dear friend's. From the academy. Speaking of which, would you go with me?
Sure, why not?
Wonderful. So, it's a date.
Well, it's not.
Remember to bring the censer.
Because I'm with Yennefer, aren't I?
Of course. Some soldiers nearly caught me slipping it into my satchel. Wasn't sure what you needed it for. So I also took a mix of amber, aniseed, and juniper. All rather smoky when lit.
Thanks. Might come in handy.
Shall we?
Just started the game up.
Let's go.
See how bad I am. I was here earlier. Oh, cool.
The tome was spot
Fontaine,
on.
what's your
This is impressive.
what's your opinion on this game, Fontaine?
Too bad it's falling apart.
The family hit on hard times. No coin to splurge on such luxuries. Ooh, that looks just a little too creepy for me.
Don't have to come if you don't want. Wait here.
I like that idea.
Oh, she's waiting behind.
If there's any trouble, just yell.
Wraiths.
Oh, I hate wraiths. How do I kill wraiths again? Is it Yarden? Okay. Stay in this circle. Ow, 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 ow. Oh crap, I took too many. I'm gonna die. That should really be there. Got bombs. Try these bombs out. Oh, that worked. That worked. Oh no, it's a crossbow. I'm hitting him with a crossbow. Wow, that's weird. These are my nemesis, these things. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that really stopped him.
Last of the surprises? Sure hope so. Should look around. Votive fire. Lit in honor of the dead. Old custom. Life and death, fire and blood. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe. Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed. Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought. Arise as a friend, for I am no foe.
We're gonna have the night of your life, mate. That's the mission.
Return and walk midst the living, ye who hath departed.
This is so cool. Bye.
Arise from the dust, ye whose blood I have brought.
If this was all it took
Life
to bring
and
someone
death,
back,
fire and blood.
I'd get myself some of this incense and bring my granddad back for Christmas. Okay, so now we have to light this up.
Fire and blood, life and death. I summon ye, whose blood I have brought.
Oh, we drink it. Oh, he spat it out.
Fire and blood, life and death.
You have summoned me, stranger. Why?
Name's Geralt. Came to wake the ghost of Vladimir von Everec.
Who you are, and why you've come matter little. For you'll not leave this place alive.
Are you Vlad's ghost?
Who asks after my grandson?
It matters not, Honoratina. What I wonder is how this mortal obtained the family's
Oh, they're all here.
For von Everic's rise only for von Everec blood.
True. Yet to my knowledge, only one of our line yet lives. Olgierd.
Then we converse with the man who spilled the blood of your grandson, Kestitis.
Mean none of you are Vladimir? It's Olgierd, his brother, who sent me.
You will meet Vlad soon enough. Yet Olgierd, you will never see again.
Oh, great.
Death to you! Kill him, Von Everix.
For old blood.
Some of that. Go to work. I wonder if that does anything. Oh, it traps them. Is it? No, it does. Oh, it does drain their health a little bit. No, I don't know what it does. To be honest. What kind of state would they be in though?
Ordinary horse sons those Von Everix, eh?
Here he is. We'll see what kind of state he's going to be in. He just looks like a ghost.
The rogue you seek. Vladimir Von Everix, brother to Olgierd.
Forgot I cannot even scratch my stones. Though in point of fact, they've not itched much since I died.
Didn't want to fight your family. They started it.
I'm dead, not blind. I preferred to see how you'd handle those snobby pricks.
And Grandmum too.
Besides, what harm could you do them? They're dead as it is.
Doesn't look too bad, does he? Just a bit transparent.
Now tell me how you came into Olgierd's blood. If you hurt him, I fear I shall have to kill you.
Got it from a mutual acquaintance of mine and Olgierd's. I'm here on business.
I'm a swiving corpse, with no interest in important matters, yours or any other buggers. The sole thing I miss is feasting, corporal diversion, so to speak. But alas...
Get a lot of visitors?
At times, not often. For when someone does drop by, the whole band comes out to play.
Fun-loving family.
True. We're famed for our love of revelry and rumbles. We Von Everix have brawled and raided for generations.
Hey music guy, welcome back.
Tradition. Naturally, with raids comes loot. So we always had the means
This is the first.
Right?
You haven't missed much.
Towards the end of my life was when things went sour. But no point poking at old wounds. Just days before I died, my brother claimed he'd found a way to dig us out, restore our state.
Yeah. I spent a long time in the shop and like my chests and sorting gear out and stuff. Yeah, this is the first request. You haven't missed too much.
Your brother sent me.
How is the old rogue? What I wouldn't give to ride by his side again.
No chance of that happening. Could experience something else though. Something a corpse should find interesting.
Interesting? Out with it. What do you have in mind?
Don't mean to pry, but just a little curious how you died.
Ah! No need to be shy. Folk love such stories. I'd love this one too. were it not to end with my death.
So how'd it happen?
On raids, it was our custom to storm the alderman's hut and then order the local clods to bring us kegs of spirit. And provide willing wenches to squeeze and churn about. Then, sadly, an ambush. Outmanned 5 to 1, we were overwhelmed. They killed me, crushed my skull like an eggshell between an upturned oak table and the stone floor.
Nice.
Listen, feels like I should know Olgierd better. Tell me something about him.
Oh, a fantastic chap. A true cavalier. You won't find another like him in all Redania. The best there is for a drink or a brawl. We were pups when we started riding out on raids. Wet behind the ears. Borderland villagers shat their trousers at the very sound of the word Olgierd. I was his second in command, leading a band of rogues who'd ride through fire for us.
Sound like common bandits. Any difference?
Us? Bandits? Watch your words. True, some of our swordsmen were mindless brawlers, but not Olgierd. Always curious, took an interest in all things. He devoured books, adored paintings, and loved the most beautiful maid in the world.
That's why he turned the prince into a frog. Because she took his maid.
Listen, Olgierd gave me a job. Odd as it may sound, I need to show you the time of your life.
Is that so? Now that, sir, is a brother. I've been dead for years, yet he still looks after me, after my spirits. How much time do we have?
Think one night should do the trick?
Splendid. Wait just a moment while I hoist my saber and... What the blistering devils?
You're a ghost. Can't grab things.
I keep forgetting. But how am I to revel and rock and fuck? Can't lift a tankard to my lips. Can't wield a saber. Can't squeeze a wench as we dance a jig.
Guess you'll have to do without. Let's go.
That's no solution, Gerald. What
I go nowhere. You're to see I enjoy myself, correct? Well, then think of a way to make it possible.
How?
Revive my flesh.
No can do. Besides, body's probably decomposed.
Then bloody come up with another way. I'll not go anywhere in this state.
Guess I could bring you someone to possess. This is a choice, guys. This is a... I fear that this is quite an important choice. Is it? Hi again, Stealth Ninja. Welcome back. His possession is wrong, though. It's really wrong. But at the same time, I'm supposed to show him a good time, so maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not an important choice. I'll just go with that.
Come on, we're wasting time.
I'm not to waste time. Sir, time is all I've left.
You this big a pain in the ass when you were alive, too?
Do not anger me, boy. If I've but one night, I want to revel properly, not watch others enjoy themselves.
So what do you propose?
I've an idea.
I get nervous, music guy.
Not gonna happen.
Oh, yes. Yes, it is.
Oh, it's possessed me. It's possessed me. Well, rather me than some innocent. It's fair, isn't it?
Wake up. Open your eyes. Where are the smelling salts?
Death was a small price to pay to lie on a lap so lovely, and so near the wonders.
Who's been possessed?
Have you gone mad?
Yes. As soon as I laid eyes on you, promise to stay and stroke my chin, and I shall spend the rest of eternity in a hound's body, trotting along by your well-turned calves.
Geralt? What's happened to you?
Geralt? I'm Vladimir.
What?
Blast. Fine, give me a moment. Yeah, definitely don't like being possessed.
You'd not have fainted had you not resisted so fiercely.
Geralt, care to explain what's going on here?
Sorry about that, Shani. That wasn't me.
So who was it?
Me?
Shut up.
I didn't say anything.
She can't see him.
Sorry, wasn't talking to you.
Who to then?
Well, to him. To Vladimir.
Geralt, there's no one else here.
Seems your lovely maiden friend can neither see nor hear me. There's potential in that.
Need to set a few ground rules.
And I needn't do a thing save have the time of my life, which is exactly what I aim to do.
You're testing my patience.
As you are mine. Can you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, fiery. Temperament matches the drapes.
Listen, I'm supposed to show Vladimir von Everec the time of his life. Turned out, he's a ghost. So, willing or not, I gotta lend him my body.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you're possessed?
Not at the moment. Just now he's standing next to me, coyly grinning at you. But off and on, he'll enter my body. So anything I say or do will actually be him. His mind, his intent.
But what if I want to talk to you, not him?
Well, she should approach me and ask me to jump out for a bit.
Just come up and ask him to leave for a while.
I see.
Splendid!
Right then, sugar mama. What say you we leave this dank crypt? There's a charming grove nearby where kisses taste sweeter than anywhere else in the world.
I take it you're Vladimir now. Doesn't seem like I'll have trouble telling you apart from Geralt.
You like this bit and after Kingsley. Yeah, I love this bit too. Yeah, this bit is cool. I can say anything now. I've got no responsibilities. I've been possessed. I can't help it.
My sentiments exactly. Between you and me, this Witcher fellow is an awful bore.
Only sometimes.
Ha! Seems we're kindred spirits. So, off to the nearest hedgerow.
I'm afraid I have to turn you down, dear ghost.
A shame. In that case, point me to the nearest brothel.
I've got a better idea. Just before Geralt entered the crypt to summon you, I invited him to my friend's wedding.
Good heavens. That's damn good luck. No better dancer in all Redania than Vladimir von Everec. My ginger muffin. With me, you shall enjoy an evening to top
Ginger
all
muffin.
Wonderful. I must stop by my home first and change. So, we'll meet at the temple.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Why not?
I'm not fond of temples, see? When alive, I'd only set foot in one to loot it. And in death, I find I despise them all the more. Could we not meet after the ceremony, go straight to the feast?
All right. Seems we've no other option.
Splendid. Then I shall see you at the wedding manor.
Shani is in
I
Witcher 1.
must say, Witcher, a man could lose his head for a lass like that. And that comes from none other than Vladimir von Everec, famed for his taste in women. So tell me, honestly now, man to ghost.
Man to ghost.
Paramore. For if so, you have my word, I shall keep my distance. But if not, then... the Haylofts we shall devastate together.
Let's say we were more than friends, once upon a time.
You tried to hide it, but I smelled a tryst. I know a thing or two about men, you see. A shame, though. I'd have satisfied her well. But no cavalier would rot in another's garden. So, Witcher, time for the wedding?
Let's go.
Onward. I'll be right behind you.
Grave robber. Tried to crawl in through the well. Broke his neck.
Meaning the scabby runt wished to rob our family crypt. A comely maid. You're quite the fool if you've not ploughed her yet.
Keep your paws off her.
I'm to enjoy myself. Can I help it that I best like tumbles in the hay with fleshy lasses?
Where is he? Can't see him.
This whole
there he
witch's
is.
life, what's it like?
Don't want to know.
Cool.
If indeed I didn't, I'd not have asked. Go on, tell me.
You wouldn't like it.
Those signs, I'd like to try one.
What signs?
Your Witcher signs. Never done it.
Right, how far have we got to go? Only up there.
Could be interesting.
Rather not waste.
Till the stroke of midnight, what I would rather is what matters. Bloody fine mount. Good stance, powerful rump, stable withers. Well, well.
See you know your horses.
I should say so. My two greatest passions in life, mares and maidens.
Spooking my horse. Roach doesn't like ghosts.
I remember that mill. Whenever Oldbeard and I got up to mischief, we'd hide out in there. Once, we snuck off with some moonshine. Old cocksucker Yaramir caught us. Those were the days.
Not so fast, Roach.
I'm gonna make a cup of tea, guys. I'll be back in a sec. I'll probably be back by the time I have to do something.
It's not over yet. We need to wait.
Now listen. Listen in.
This is very romantic.
Fuck off.
Behold, wars have started over uglier wenches. Well, raids have been undertaken at least.
True, she looks lovely. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa, hold. Mean to go in, wearing that?
What else?
Have you seen how she's dressed? I'll not parade at that jewel's side in a rank tunic. You need a robe. One daren't attend a wedding in anything less.
Don't happen to have a robe handy.
What do you mean? What about that?
Oh. Okay, so I need a robe. Not about to steal.
Oh no, we're not gonna steal.
Come now, we're merely borrowing.
God, no, he's doing it. I've got no choice.
This'll do wonderfully. Perfect fit. It feels tailor-made. Now for shoes. One must wear shoes to a wedding.
I'm gonna say you've still got the bare boots on.
And we must be neat.
Oh no, he's gonna cut the hair. Don't cut the hair. Is he gonna have a shave? I don't like him shaven. He doesn't look like a Witcher, does he? No, no, he looks bad. He looks bad about his beard.
May they draw and quarter me if I've ever seen a lovelier lass.
Looks so different.
Nothing left of you to draw and quarter, alas.
Doe eyes, a swan's soft supple neck, and a waist so slim you could grip it one-handed.
You're actually quite amusing this way.
Oh, she does look nice, doesn't she? She's cool. I quite like her. I probably would have romanced her in Witcher 1.
Be assured, you'll like me even better when you come to know me more intimately.
How intimately?
Enough to get a sense of my assets, my dear. Trust me, they're nothing to scoff at.
May I please speak to Geralt for a moment?
Whatever for. This evening is about my pleasure, not his.
Just for a moment, then you can jump right back in.
Be quick. I'll not stand here doing naught. I'm to enjoy myself.
Geralt, I'm about to introduce you to the newlyweds. Please make sure your friend doesn't embarrass me.
I can't make him do anything. All that nonsense is his. I feel like an ass saying it.
I liked some of that nonsense.
What, for example?
It would do you good to be more relaxed sometimes.
Relaxed? So you think I'm uptight?
What I mean is, it would be nice from time to time if you could sit back and enjoy life, instead of going around solving everyone's problems.
But what does... I don't understand.
Of course you don't. You're as dense as year-old.
Because he's not human, is he? He's
Luckily,
part Witcher.
You've got me.
You can't do human things like that.
We'll talk later. Let's go to this wedding. The sooner the ghost has his fun, the sooner this'll be over.
Finally, something that's not utter tripe. We shall dance till the break of dawn.
You get till midnight and not a second longer.
That's not enough. I shan't even get properly soused by midnight, let alone...
Soused?
Make an effort.
That's a new word for it. I've never heard that
you
word
get to
before.
frolic and carouse till midnight. That's our deal. Then there's the capping. Then you go back where you came from.
So be it.
This way, my strawberry.
I can't...
Hello,
I'll get to that in a
world.
sec. I just don't want to talk over this, so... Here we go. No.
I'll be damned. A proper wedding. Overladen tables, plenty of worthy drinking companions, and a swarm of fair maids.
She looked a bit weird. She's going...
But none compared to you, my dear Rhubarb.
Rhubarb. That's what I'm going to call a woman. The next woman I go on a date with, I call her my dear Rhubarb.
Beware of the dog, Shani. Judging by the size of its house, the mutt must be big as a horse.
He's got some
Thanks
good
for
lines,
your
this
concern,
guy.
But the doghouse is empty.
They let a man-eater like that run free? Have the wedding guests been warned? Seems we are indeed in for a cracking good time.
What a lovely rowan. I remember making necklaces of the fruit when I was a child.
Ah, the berries make for splendid hooch. Olgerd and I brew it in our teething years.
I shall introduce you to the newlyweds now. Try to behave.
For you, my Rowan Petal.
Rowan Petal. There's another one to write down. I should be writing these down.
Once more, all the best in your new life.
Thank you.
It's us now. Dearies, blessings
Oh, this should be funny.
upon you.
May you live in health and happiness. Harmony and love forever last betwixt you.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Now go. Enjoy the feast.
Our turn. My dear friend Aldona and her chosen one, Jonas.
It's an honor. The sun shine brightly on this new path in your lives. I am
This is my friend of yesteryear, Geralt of Rivia.
Yes, 'tis I, Geralt, a witcher. Heartfelt thanks for your hospitality. I adore weddings. The brides especially. So fragrant, so tasty, I could...
Righto. I'm sure we'll all have a splendid time.
Righto. I am, but I finish one part of the mission, then it takes me to the second part that's higher than the first part, so I can't complete it all. Get the potions. Make sure to win at Gwent. I'm crap at Gwent. Don't even know really how to play the game.
Aren't you an extraordinary beauty, my dear?
Even though I know you
Thank
can't
you.
play Gwent. Well, you know
Pick
you
of
remembered.
gents, I'm sure.
Where is this going?
I'm attempting to discern why she chose you, Jonas.
Mean you don't approve of my wife's choice?
I've no skin in this game. I ask out of pure curiosity.
Well, rein it in, or I shall have to explain my wife's choice to you hands-on. Out of pure pleasure.
Why so testy, friend? Have I insulted you? Merely told your wife she was a beautiful woman, yet here I'm threatened instead of getting thanks. Have some manners.
Geralt, that's enough. She simply fell in love. That's that. Jonas, I'm sure my friend meant
Something
well.
suspect with this wedding.
Tell me, Aldona, how is it you and my dear Shani know each other?
We met in Oxenfurt. Both studied medicine at the academy.
Wondrous times.
Over quickly in my case, alas. My family couldn't afford to keep me there. I was forced to return home after 1 year.
What the
It's
is
never
wrong with
too late
Gerald?
to pursue an education, my dear. Your husband is certain to help you complete your studies, provide the necessary coin.
I don't know. We've not talked about it.
Come, Jonas, surely you've not taken Aldona as a mere diversion for the alcove. You will help her, will you not?
That is between me and her.
He's a bit
You
testy.
needn't butt in.
But I'm not. I merely ask. See, I've come to love your wife like a sister. So I ask you as your brother-in-law, will you help her?
I'm sure we'll discuss the matter.
That's my lad. You're a right decent chap. I knew it from the start.
Yeah, he's possessed, Joshua. Part of the mission. I have to show this ghost a good time, so I let him possess my body. If only I could play Gwent for you. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can best me in Gwent. I wish you could play it for me. I'm tragic at the game. I don't know what this means. You get a hefty dowry with your... I don't know what that means.
Aldona seems a curious choice for a bride. Did she come with a hefty dowry?
I assure you, Witcher, my choice had naught to do with coin.
Jonas' family is far better off than mine. They're a textile manufacturer.
It took a lot of convincing to get Mother to agree to our, as some would have it, mesalliance.
Oh, you never told me. Whatever happened to fortune is of no import to me and my family.
It isn't. Jonas told me the same. That your background doesn't bother him.
Never does. Not at love's first blossoming. But give it time. 5 years and you'll find few things that don't bother you.
I'm beginning to find what you say bothersome. I don't know where you're from, but in these parts it is rude to insult newlyweds at a wedding.
Insult? I'm merely warning you. Know a thing or two about life, you see.
Geralt and his jests. He has a strange sense of humor.
Very strange, I'd say.
So, Love Music Guy says, nobody can best me in Gwent. The Stealth Ninja says, I can. Joshua says, well, I must go. Might be back later. See you, Joshua. Thanks for stopping by, mate. See you later if you pop back. Love Music Guy says, ha. Bring it on. Ninja, bring it on. Ninja laughs. I'm looking forward to watching this game of Gwent, guys. You should record it.
We've chewed the fat enough. Time's a-wasting.
Are you...
We can place our bets.
Expected elsewhere?
Me? Ha! I simply cannot wait to sample your liquors and dance with the local matrons.
Jonas and I invited more than a few lovely maidens. Perhaps one of them will catch your eye.
Aye.
That's for damn certain.
And perhaps you will catch one of their...
It'd be nice, certainly, but I shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. Come, let's drink.
Shan't be terribly bothered if it's not the case. He's gone all posh, hasn't he? He's definitely making an effort. I think he made quite a good impression. I love the way his whole body persona is totally different, isn't it? Really good. Look at the way he walks.
Aha! Finally, a manly man's sport.
Joseph, what's taking you so long? Bring me my shoe. Quick now. It's shameful.
What a wonderful wedding.
There, haven't you,
It's clear the newlyweds'
Can't
parents
even
spared
pull a
no
little
expense.
slipper out of them.
Geralt would have probably got into a fight by
See
now.
what he pulled from the water? An old pot.
Mayhaps his lass wears pots for shoes, in case she can't find a privy.
You were supposed to fish out my slipper. I'm at a dance now with one foot bared. 'Tis a wedding. I've got to wear slippers.
Oh, look, dearie.
Sounds like Frank Spencer.
Take there. Muck must have sucked it deep in.
Well, poke your paws in there. Rut for it. Rubbish game.
What's all this then?
They're playing slip in for a slipper. Never heard of it?
Slip in for a slipper.
Us gentry folk have other diversions. What's the object?
Maid tosses a shoe in the water. A man's got to dive in and fish it out.
And once I retrieve it?
Well, your maid'll be pleased as punch. Or it means you're a gallant beau. And awful handy.
Is that all? No prize? Not even a kiss?
That depends on the miss in question. If she wants to give you a kiss, she will. But she ain't obliged.
Could get lucky, guys.
Oh my.
Oh, there's more to come.
You know, I love taking my clothes off whenever I go into water in this game. So, I was going to do that anyway.
Prime game. Shawnee, your slipper. I shall prove I dive to any depth for you.
Dowry is like the bride's share of the man's possessions. Or, oh, the man. Okay, the bride's share of the man's possessions. Okay. Cheers, music guy. Or the other way around, I don't remember.
Observe, Shawnee.
My eyes are glued.
Have you played Skyrim or Fallout? I streamed Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, Ninja. And I'm going to do Fallout 4. Probably after this, I'll do Fallout 4.
Which is famed for shoe fishing skills.
Fish out my shoe, which I so unfortunately lost in the pond.
Didn't even watch where she threw it. So I've got 3. I found 3 shoes down here. I'm just about to get the season pass for Fallout 4.
Damn mucky that pond.
And you need to play
Sinking
Skyrim.
Up to my
Okay.
armpits.
Got
I
it.
see no amount of silt could keep you from my shoe. And all the other shoes overtossed in the lake.
Always better to do a bit more and even gain naught by it than to do too little and face regret.
Oh, that's quite the theory.
One founded in practice. For instance, I can now approach the owner of any of these slippers, and she will lift up her skirt and bend over. To don it, of course.
Oh, so generous. And clever.
Just figuring that out.
Yes, Eric, if you hold down the left trigger just before you get hit,
Find the owners of those
just as they're about to swing to you, hold the left trigger and you do a really good block and a parry, and then you can counter.
I don't give a piffle about the others. Oh well. Recognize this, Cinderella.
My shoe?
Mm-hmm. Now extend your supple leg and let me slide it in. That is on.
Thank you.
No kiss.
Nothing like a good swim. Now we must do something else. Something wild.
Did you hear her? She said,
Losing shoes and legs has ever been much of a problem.
did you see how quick he come up with her shoe?
It ain't about fishing up.
What sport is
But
this?
yeah, it is to the right. Because
after pigs, are you?
so that when I fight, you guys can see all the potions I've got in the bottom left. You can see how many I've got left and stuff.
And the rules?
I moved it for you.
One must be a swineherd's son to enter, I suppose.
Nay, any man can
But you have to
try
sit
his
a
luck.
lot further
All
left
you
though.
need is to herd the piggies dabbed in yellow into the pen.
King of the swineherds, eh? And what's this king get exactly? The king's ransom, I would hope.
No coin. Honours the prize. King gets a crown of laurels he pins to his saddle, rides about with pride that he's king of the swineherds.
You mentioned some trifles for the lasses. Are they worthwhile at least?
For certain.
No problem, Eric.
Lovely, every last one.
It's a lot easier with that button.
Win and see for yourself.
And the A button is somersault. I think double tap the A and you do a somersault, I think. That helps as well.
Sounds like damned foolish nonsense. But why not give it a try?
We'd be honoured. Get that cripple out of there! Couldn't chase his own wench into a bed, let alone a pig into a pen. Let the Witcher give
This
it
game's
a
really
run.
funny. I forgot how funny this game is. That doesn't work. Oh, I wanted to get them all. Did I run out of time?
Feel foolish peasants? Learned a lesson from your better? Or the pig's pen?
Thanks, music guy.
Indeed they are.
He's got all Jelt's powers,
Oh,
man.
Master
That's cool.
Witcher. What were the trickery back there, the fancy finger twisting?
I know. Seen that afore. Witcher told a lad to go hang himself, drew some flowers
Just
in
use
the air with his
Axie.
hand, and the man lost his mind.
Meaning you cheated and shan't be crowned king of the swineherds.
Shawnee, what is it Geralt says in these situations? Damn it.
Yes, that's
Blood
it.
and Wine is also amazing.
Damn it. Now for what I say.
Hey,
Go
Virals
shove
TV,
rakes up your
welcome.
asses, you peasant curs. Do I look anything like a swineherd?
Hello, no one is
Come,
here
Shawnee,
for laughs.
I've had enough of these hayseeds. Forgive me, Shawnee. I've let you down.
Are you worried about that pig? Oh, you needn't be.
We're here as a couple. I wanted to win you that thing.
Oh, really? It's unimportant. Nothing at all.
Tell me, Shawnee, what's the key with you?
What do you mean?
I'm on the prowl. That's clear. In Geralt's name and flesh, of course. But still. Yet the more I woo you, the less you seem ready to succumb. So I ask myself, what am I missing?
Perhaps you're just not my type. Considered that?
Rubbish. I'm every lass's type.
Is that so? Prove it.
With pleasure. Show me a lass, and I'll have her eating out of my hand in the blink of an eye.
That one, with the garland.
Splendid choice. Now observe as Vladimir von Everec does his thing. Now, who have we here?
Do I know you?
That's the crux of it. We've not met. I've had to endure half a lifetime without you.
An entire lifetime, more like.
A moment, my dear. Do not sabotage me, Shani. That would not be fair.
Fine, fine. I'll stay out of your way.
My sweet, you are no mere maid, but a marvel of nature. And now, at last, fate knocks at your door.
But I don't know rightly.
You needn't know anything. I know it all for us both. I shall make a true lady of you. Arm in arm, we'll grace the finest salons.
Salons? Really? Actual salons? In Novigrad? Then how?
In Novigrad, Oxenfurt, why, in Kovir as well. Wherever you wish. Let's make haste to the barn. There, everything will be made clear.
Lesky, step away from the man.
Who the devils are you?
We're the Mrs. Brothers, and we swore to our down his dying day we'd keep those of your ilk far from her.
Easy, lads. No harm done. An innocent conversation with an innocent miss. The kind weddings are for.
We all heard your innocent talk. Wanted to draw her to the barn. What were you gonna do there? Talk some more?
Naturally. We would speak. But first, we would dance. Now tell me, what sort of fool wouldn't want to dance with a beauty like her?
Find another beauty, or I'll dance with you myself, just after I'd grab me a fence post.
Geralt, you saw it. I tried to resolve this peacefully, but they wish to fight. Suits me just fine. Sounds like wonderful fun. Fence boards right over there for the taking.
Fear eat your stones.
That's the last ploughing straw. No one accuses Vladimir von Everec of cowardice.
Calm down, boys. Don't want to fight you.
Too damn bad, because we're gonna tan your mutant freak hide.
That does it!
Show us what you got.
Hot
I'm
damn,
crap
boy.
at fist fighting.
You needn't ask me twice.
Can't remember how to do it. It's not a fist fight. Do I have to do this? Or is this a cutscene? Oh, I have to do this.
Fence boards. The perfect weapon for sweaty-ass slimehounds.
Perfect fit for your job, you ploughing gentlefolk.
Bank fighting, this is new. I quite like this. Ooh. This guy's finished.
Never in my life have I reveled so fiercely. Step up. Who else wants a shave? Damned cretin creamed me. Embarrassing to take a licking from a boar. And with a maiden watching.
Go on, mate. I'll give you one last swing. Hey, that was fun. Plank fighting. That's new. I quite like this wedding.
Peasant spawn. Thought yourself a match.
Best wedding I've ever been to.
Witcher, away with you. Begone. I've tired of looking at your slack-jawed yaps.
There she is.
Where to, my love? I was to turn you into a lady.
Oh, she's gone.
Don't. You must explain I was not at fault. They lunged at me. Well, go on, chase her.
In your dreams.
There it is. You fucked up. She's gone. Is that how you woo the ladies?
You always that charming in life?
It worked. More often than not.
Listen, tongue and fists on a leash from now on. Have your fun, but don't beat the wedding guests. With my hands.
Fine. I shall try. Uh-oh. Shani approaches. Unlikely to be happy, eh?
You made this mess. You do the explaining.
Oh, all right.
Your methods... quite unusual. To woo a woman by beating up her brothers. Creative. Wonder what else you have up your sleeve.
Eliminating potential obstacles, see? All part of my plan. Usually I take a few passing blows in the doing, and the young miss in question then swoons with pity. Tends to my wounds.
So, what went wrong?
It's this damned malformed body. All sinews. And this mug? Were I to wear my own, oh, 'twould be another story altogether. The maidens always fell for my melancholy eyes, and the swagger in my scars. But I'll gladly try again. Just indicate a lass and...
You've proven everything amply. Let's just have fun, all right? After all, you haven't much time left.
Fine. I suppose you're right.
At least it's not the red wedding, yeah. Is that the one where they all died in Game of Thrones?
Ah, my kind of tune. Let's do some dancing.
In my experience, witches and dancing don't exactly mix.
Today they mix like fire and oil, my love. We'll dance the barn down. Faster, faster till we expire.
It's quite a groover. He's got the moves. Oh, it's him.
The Witcher Geralt and his enchanting partner, Shani.
Is it?
Musician,
No, it's not.
Something lovely.
It looked a bit like the Master Mirror there.
Last, music for our loving embrace. Come,
Or
Shani.
the Mirror Master, whatever his name is. It looks a little bit like him, doesn't it? That's my favourite quest from Hearthstone, but unfortunately I need to go. Have fun, Kingsley. Good night, all. Good night, Angelica. Thanks for watching. You can always watch this on the highlights. I'm going to make a highlight video. I've done the first one. I just need to upload it. I'll upload this tomorrow. It is Master Mirror. It is him. I thought it was him.
Oh, how humble you are.
That's cool.
I strive to be, yet should the need arise, I can strut as proud as any peacock.
He stalks you throughout your
Perfect
task.
combination. Women must love you.
Well, not to brag, but
Call it idle curiosity, but how many have you had?
many. And not a scrub hag among them, I should add. Women with true class, all. Though none to match your charms. Seems the music in the evening draw to a close. Know how a true dancer thanks his lovely partner.
Not sure I do.
Oh, he's such a gent. Slick moves there.
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind?
You haven't fooled me.
I have my mind, my heart for you.
We must agree. You can say whatever you please, but you shall keep your hands to yourself. Understood?
Don't be upset, my peach. I couldn't resist.
I'm not upset. Just next time, don't lunge at me like that.
I'd had a long fast, so to speak. Hunger overwhelmed me. But yes, next time I shall ask. Shawnee, may I kiss you?
That was quick.
You are incorrigible. Could I talk to Geralt for a moment?
What for? He'll have nothing of interest to say. The man's a trip.
The man's a trip.
Very well.
See how I've reeled her in? Now don't fuck this up.
Geralt, I'm curious what it's like when that ghost's inside you. Do you feel anything? Have any control?
I feel everything. Don't have any control over what I do or say, though. Why do you ask?
Because I wonder what it would have been like to dance with you. Just you.
Well, I probably wouldn't have forced myself on you.
Forced myself? It was an innocent kiss, not more.
I don't know if I should thank you or if that should make me angry.
Don't get me wrong. I've thought about doing just that a few times,
But what?
but I'm not going to talk about it with him here. We can discuss it once he's gone.
I'll hold you to that.
Perhaps a bit of thanks is in order. Seems I've snared the little Robin for you.
You can shut up now.
What's going on now?
Nothing. Never mind. Happened to see the man who announced our song.
Yes, he acted as though he knew me, but we've never met. I was surprised. Who is he?
Gontero Dim, Master Mirror. Wonder what he's doing here.
Then perhaps you should just ask him.
Yeah, he didn't show up without a reason.
He's here to make sure the task goes according to
Consider that he
plan.
might have simply been nearby.
He's got to be.
Drops it on a whim.
He wants us to
I'll say
succeed,
this
doesn't
much.
he?
He never does anything simply, and certainly not on a whim.
Bah, I was to make merry, carouse. Yet here I've stood the last 5 minutes, listening to you talk. I'm going back in.
Better. Come, Shawnee. The night beckons us not to jabber it away.
Don't let me stop you.
He's such a good dancer, this guy. He's got some moves. I love him.
That gingerbread's now but flour, honey, eggs and spices.
I beg to differ, madame. You omit the most important ingredient in gingerbread.
What sort of balderdash is he feeding them?
Quiet. If you listen, you'll learn.
Time? What do you mean, time? An ingredient?
Time gives the proper consistency. Time provides that ideal crunch on the outside, the delicious moistness within.
So how much of this time does it take?
That you will not find in any recipe. You must surrender to your senses. Let them lead you so close to time. Touch it. Let you sniff it. Stroke it even. Time. Time is the key. Greetings.
Video activities and after this should be
I
an
must
option.
introduce myself. Gaunter O'Dimm.
Cheers.
My, what a lovely
Cheers,
dress.
Ninja.
The colour suits you exquisitely.
Thanks. I've heard a lot about you, but no one mentioned cooking. Seem to know quite a bit about gingerbread.
Quite simply, I know a lot about everything.
Is that so? What do you know about me?
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd from your earliest days, and always wished to be just like him.
That you were ever the worst brother, that you envied Olgierd for your earliest days and always would.
Wait, you can see me? That is, me, Vladimir von Everek?
Of course. Why ever wouldn't I?
Because I'm in Geralt's body, the Witcher's, and...
Just who would I be if the true nature of things remained hidden from me? Someone like you. Meaning...
I wouldn't want to get blood on my damsel's dress, but insult me once more and...
You shan't touch me. I know you'd very much like to act like your brother in this situation, demonstrate how manly you are, but let's be honest, nothing will come of it. You're simply not him, no matter how much you wish you were.
Rubbish. I never envied my brother.
Of course you did. He was a shining role model. Olgierd ran faster, shot truer, lifted greater weights. Olgierd learned to read first, although you tried your damnedest to beat him. As you grew up, he had his pick of girls, whereas you made do with the leftovers.
I apologize, Shani. I'm rather sorry you have to hear this.
Stop fooling yourself. Shani isn't here for you. She's here for Geralt. Even after death, you still play the pale imitation. Oh, by the way, Olgierd's a much better dancer.
You lying dog. That's my brother. I loved him.
The question is, were you as dear to him as he seems to have been to you?
He made a hero of me in death. In my last battle, in truth, I was far from valiant. 5 came at me. I'll not deny it. I fled. I hid in a cellar, yet they found me. Cornered me like a rat. But Olgierd told everyone I flew at all 5. Took them on all at once. Alone.
I'm rather curious how you know all this.
Olgierd visits my grave. Often. Pours a drink for me. Gets soused himself. And talks of the old times. He cannot see me. But I hear his every word.
Well, perhaps one day he'll say something very surprising.
What are you getting at?
I shan't disturb you any longer. Have a splendid time, for time is short.
He's an interesting character, isn't he, the old Master Mirror?
It's all right. That was... forget him. We're here to enjoy ourselves, right? Let's go. The night's still young.
All lies. Not a word of truth.
Don't let it bother you.
Olgierd was not just my brother. More importantly, he was my best mate.
The night's still young and full of terrors.
Do you need help?
Shani, darling. Oh, you shan't believe what's happened. I'm marrying off my only daughter. Wanted a proper wedding for her, wild revelry. So I hired a true fire eater. You know, wool scoop, sizzle, sizzle.
Ooh, I've not seen that sort of trickery.
Horribly dear. Diversions.
Cheers, music guy.
He
Yeah, I just ran
journeyed
out
here
the
from
door.
Novigrad.
But I'll not squeeze coppers on my daughter, oh no. The groom's family have us for paupers. We'll show them how wrong they are.
Seems we won't, in fact, for our fire swallowers as gone as last Yule's pudding.
Groom's hound chased him off. That blasted demon. Ugh, they sure named it right.
Calm yourself, Dumpling. Master Witcher's here now. Perhaps he can aid us.
Before I can begin my witcherly investigation, I require guidance, clues. Tell me all you know. Everything.
Well, the fire eater arrived around noon. Ate his fill of food, not fire. Then went for a stroll to air some gases, he said. That horror demon saw him and started barking like a thing possessed.
Why so?
Hey, Soccer Girl Gaming.
Didn't like the man. Sent
For some
something
reason, my
awry.
YouTube alerts aren't working.
Perhaps
Oh,
the
that's a
man
shame.
smelled Fire. Animals fear fire.
This is.
If I feared, it would have fled, not given chase.
Damn fool dog. How can you know? But it snapped its chain and chased the fire eater into the woods.
Foolish or not, it's our son-in-law's beloved pet. There'll be hell to pay if it goes missing.
This has been really good. It's been a really good mission, this one. At the moment, I'm possessed, so I'm a totally different person.
You needn't worry. The Witcher, that is, I, will find this swallower of heated things.
Mighty generous offer, but no one knows.
We have been
where to
grooving, actually.
Matters not.
I've been having a bit of a
Witches,
dance.
that is, we have our ways. The Flame Gulper, what did he look like?
He wore a jester's cap. Typical sort. Ought to be enough to identify him.
I shall find him.
We thank you, and hope for the best.
Awfully nice of you to offer your help, but are you sure you're up to it? You're not actually a witcher.
I wish to find this magician. Give it a go, all right? But you cannot help me. I must do it alone. I expect it will be great fun.
Fine. Don't have to do this, but if I were you, I'd find the dog's tracks, follow its trail. Just a thought.
Excellent advice. I'll take it.
Shawnee, Vladimir and I need to find the fire eater. If we're not back by midnight, then...
Relax. We'll be back in no time. I believe in you.
Tally-ho. Adventure awaits.
Yeah. Yeah, possession is basically...
The dog made these tracks true, but a small one. Yet judging by its house, Demon is a hulk.
Following some dog's trail? Not exactly how I imagined this wedding. Think I'll
Always wanted to know how people could eat fire and swallow
I
fire.
shall
Yeah.
continue my travails while you rest. Shan't be long now.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I assume they put something in their mouth, maybe? Protect them, I don't know.
A broken branch. As if one too heavy sought to scamper up this tree. Seems our fire eater swallows a great deal more than fire. Or perhaps someone was merely gathering kindling. Ah, there is joy in this ferreting.
This guy's great. He's so funny.
A spark spitter's cap if ever I've seen one. As jesterly as they come. Chap must have lost it running from Demon. Two conclusions then. Our magician is fat, and a coward.
But it's good how he can track in a water as well. Since this will work. Zoned in, man.
Missing man, missing mutt.
Am I seeing this right? That gammy puss ran up a tree to escape that puppy.
Guess so. You, get down.
Oh no, no bloody chance. I value my life.
They put a substance in their mouth to prevent heat burning them out.
Sit.
Now that is power. If I'd had that, the Horsons never would have gutted me. Make it do some folly. Roll about on the ground. That sort of sport.
No.
Oh, could you be any more of a bore? I'll do it myself.
Roll over.
Were I to command it to eat its own tail, it would do so, right?
Demon, doghouse now.
Now what have you done? Why ever? Ruin my fun.
Have it at the wedding. Climb down. Man-eating beast's gone, as you can see.
You sure it won't return?
Positive.
Better safe than sorry, I always say.
Geralt, this jester is drunk as a skunk. I hope he's not polished off that bottle yet.
I saved your life, man. Do you not at least owe me a sip?
Course. Bottoms up.
Oh no, he's gonna be drunk now.
I say, cracking good mead. Now I understand why you wanted some private time with it.
Fine mead, true. But I was fleeing an hound. Hound? But it was a monster. A furry, faggy devil. They chose a fitting name for it.
Your cap, sir. Lost it running from that pup like a gutless coward.
Ah, my dearest cap. Always brought me good luck it has. I'll wear it for every performance.
What's everybody's plans for the weekend? I'll be home in my jammies eating ice cream. Sounds cozy. What will I be doing? I'll be probably doing a bit of art, I think. I want to do a bit of art. A bit of painting. So I'll do a bit of painting and then I'll be streaming. I'm probably going to be playing some Witcher 3 or Fallout 4. Yeah, that sounds good as well. I'm going to be streaming some Witcher 3. I'm gonna start Fallout 4 after this probably.
You're a man whose trade is literally to play with fire. How can you fear a tiny runt of a dog?
Was a monster! A demon!
So you said. You're a stoneless coward, sir. That's that.
Oh, beg your pardon. I'm not a coward. I'm cautious. Know what would become of a fire eater who paid no heed to caution?
I suppose he might singe his tongue.
Guessed it. Settles that misunderstanding.
You can forget about performing in your state.
And just what state would that be?
Look at yourself, man. You're a tramp, can barely stand, let alone perform.
First off, that's bollocks. Second, I'm a fire eater, not a stilt walker. Standing straight ain't a requirement.
Eggs, hanging with some friends and playing video games probably. Oh, that sounds good. What games you gonna be playing?
Oh, you shan't pull the wool over my eyes. I know your type. Now here's the plan. We shall head down this path till we arrive at the wedding. You'll have sobered by then.
But...
Silence. Do you know me, sir? When a nobleman speaks, you listen. You will stay close at my side. We will return to the wedding, where you will put on a show to make our honored guests soil their breeches from joy. Got it?
Yes.
Good. Then let's be off.
Soil their breeches from joy.
Keep calm. Stay close.
I shan't stray a step. Wild animals behind every stump in these woods.
Well, he seems to know the way, so.
Guys! Bear! Bear? That? As much as your cock's a tentacle. Hide, you blind fool.
Where's he gone?
Tell me, are bears often boar-shaped in your experience?
Got weak eyes, see? Besides, I'm a fire eater, not some damn naturalist.
Indeed you are not, Master. Believe I failed to ask. What do they call you?
David Altonsborough.
Listen here, Master Hattonsborough. Stay close, and no harm will come to you. I'll see to it your drunken, fire-spitting gob gets to the wedding safe and sound. The missing fire blower is missing no more. It was my doing, if I may say so myself.
He's loving it.
And Demon? What's with him?
He failed to
He's
return.
loving it playing at being a Witcher, isn't he?
No, he did. He's just acting mighty strange.
Seems to be in a muddle or
All I have to do is give
Got as much life in him as a carrot.
Just give my date a few drinks and then that'll be it. Success.
Nightshade or whatnot.
Is that what you said?
Your attention, please. I invite all to witness the spectacle unrivaled. A man so bold as to eat fire.
We must watch the trickery. Never saw anything like it while alive.
That kid. What's going on with that kid? Well, he loves it. He's happy. He's really enjoying it. Anyway, guys, have a good day tomorrow. I won't be on tomorrow, but I'll be on Friday. I'll be on Friday about 6 o'clock. Nice and early. About 6 PM UK time, so I'll see you then if you're about. And have a good day tomorrow and a good evening. Take care, guys. See you later.